Alright, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? It is your boy Jay 3 times, and we are back at it with another video. Today, you guys, we're going to talk about things that you should ask your Marine Corps recruiter, or things you should just ask your overall military recruiter, whether it be the Navy, the Army, or whatever. So yeah, I'm getting this source off of Operation MilitaryKids.gov. Now, they do list questions for every single recruiter of like each branch of the force, but I don't think I'm gonna read all of that. I might read all of it, but they got some extra stuff in there. It's like there's a question, of course, like a little paragraph explaining why you should ask that. I'm not gonna read that for the other stuff, but I'm gonna get into the first off the overall general questions, and then I'm going to go to the Marine Corps. Then possibly I might think about doing the other branches. We'll see. I might scroll down and let y'all read it yourself, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get straight to it though, man. First off, the title, of course, questions you should ask any recruiter, regardless of the branch. Let's get into that. There's a picture here. There's a Navy recruiter, man. First question is, why should I join whatever branch you're trying to join? Why should I join the Army? Why should I join the Marines? Why should I join the Navy? Why should I join the Coast Guard? You know? And we're going to read why it says that. This is actually one of the most important questions you can ask. After all, you'll be spending the next 4 to 20 years of your life if you decide to commit to a branch. Of course, the recruiter will always try to paint a very good picture, but I don't know what that prod him. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, that is very true. That is definitely a question you should ask. Yeah, you gotta understand too. You're not spending weeks, you're not spending months, you're spending years of your life doing this. So it's definitely a good question to ask. The second question: what are the requirements for joining? I mean, of course, you can't join unless you meet requirements. So that is definitely a question you should ask, of course. Yeah, every branch has their own unique requirements. Everything from weight, height, health, age, and health condition, and ASVAB scores are taken into consideration. Definitely very true. Like every branch got their own little requirements, everything, you know what I'm saying? Number 3, what is the minimum length of my service commitment? Most branches require a 4-year commitment to join. With that being said, if you're looking to do a specific job, like a pilot or Navy SEAL, sometimes they require you to sign on for longer. Now, that I did not know, but yeah, it's definitely going to be most likely 100% a minimum of 4 years you gotta do to even just to join, you know. So yeah. Number 4, how long is boot camp? Of course, who would not ask that question? I mean, you're gonna go to boot camp not knowing how long it's gonna be? Shoot. Yeah, let's get into number 5. Can you choose when you go to boot camp? Yeah, that's definitely a question you want to ask too, because, you know, everybody got their own situation. They got their own problems. They got family issues. So, of course, they want to know, when can I go to boot camp? Because they might have some stuff that they got to deal with, or they want to know, they want to go to boot camp during a certain season. You know, so that's a good question to ask right there. Yeah, you might have some problems you might have to deal with, so you might want to ask that question. When can I go to boot camp, you know? So, yeah. Number 6, where will I be stationed after boot camp? Do I have a choice? Let's read that actually. Some recruiters will tell you that they can guarantee you a specific location. If this is the case, get in writing. Recruiters will say almost anything to get you to join. That is true. That is very true. Recruiters will say about, they try to convince you any possible way. Because, hey, recruiters got to get them numbers. Especially Marine recruiters. They got to get them numbers, man. So, they try to talk about anything to get you to join. But, now, I don't know about the other branches, but in the Marine Corps, you're not going to really be able to pick. They say you can pick. You get like, 3 options of where you can possibly go. 3 options, but they try to work with you maybe, but at the end of the day, It's about where the Marine Corps needs you. It's about the Marine Corps' needs. You know, you're in an organization that's bigger than yourself. It's not about you. It's about the Marine Corps. So you pick 3 options. They may work with you. They may give you something wild off the list that you don't even want to go to. But like I said, you know, it's not about you. It's about the Corps. You know, and I might go for the other branches too. But I'm just talking about the Marine Corps. So honestly, you just might not pick where you're gonna be able to want to go. They say you can, but most likely, probably not. Honestly. Number 7, will I ever be deployed? If so, where to? The recruiter definitely cannot ask you that. He cannot answer you that, honestly, because that's not his decision. What will factor if you deploy or not is your job, your unit, and if your unit is deployable, non-deployable, and location. So I mean that's kind of really the factors that will really be put into play, whether you personally will deploy or not. So yeah, I'm trying to think if I should read that or not. Nope. Number 8, I want to be, let's say they're trying to ask, I want to be like a mechanic, for example. What is the minimum ASVAB score I need? So definitely that is a good question to ask, of course. If you want a certain job, what kind of ASVAB score do I need to get to that job? What's the minimum, for sure. Number 9, I think we have 10 total general questions, but we're on number 9 now, so bear with me. Yeah. Can I talk with someone that does the job I want? You most definitely can talk to the, somebody. You can find somebody, dog. We got a world out here, social media. You can network somehow, some way. Talk to, you can ask the recruiter, is there somebody I can talk to that does the job that I want? Most definitely. I don't see why not. You feel me? So, yeah. And the last question for these general questions here, what will I be paid? Are there any bonuses or incentives for specific jobs? The answer is, well, what will you be paid? That will definitely depend upon your pay grade, 100%. And a lot of people come in with pay grade of E1, of course. Of course, you got some of them people that done extra stuff like GRTC, or they got some referrals. They come into their branch of service as an E2, and them dudes that did even more during the training. They were working extra hard during boot camp. They start off, their contract as an E3. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, it really depends upon your pay grade. And of course, as you get higher in pay grade, you get paid more, obviously. So yeah. And are there any bonuses and incentives for specific jobs? The answer is definitely yes. There are incentives and there are bonuses. I think I literally did a video on this, different kinds of pay. Did I do that? Yeah, I did. Definitely did it. I did that video. I'm trying to think, cause I did a video, but I'm trying to think. I don't think I made it. I don't know. I did a lot of videos, y'all. I'm trying to think. But I definitely did make a video. I talked about it somehow, some kind of way, about pay in the military. Different kinds of pay, incentives, bonuses. Of course, it comes with specific jobs. Jobs that are probably most likely going to be harder than your average job in the military, right? For example, a drill instructor. That's harder. That's way harder than any regular job in the military. Your Marine Corps recruiters, perfect example. The recruiter you're talking to, his job is way harder than the average job that you're going to get in the military. So, of course, he's going to get a little bonus or incentive. You feel me? Now, that's talking about the Marine Corps. I'm pretty sure that's across other branches too, but that's definitely for sure something within the Marine Corps, definitely. So now let's get into these questions. I ain't gonna lie to you, this video getting a little longer than I thought. So we're just gonna go over the Marine Corps recruiter questions, and that's gonna be it. And 7 questions you should ask your Marine Corps recruiter. let's get straight to it. What's Marine basic training like? Definitely something you're gonna want to ask, right? Because you're gonna want to know what you're gonna go through. You're gonna have to know, because it's a lot of stuff you're gonna do. You're gonna go through some stuff you probably never been through before. You never did, so you don't have any experience at all. So that's definitely something you're gonna want to at least have the knowledge that you're gonna be doing it, so you can mentally prepare for it and physically prepare for it. So, yeah. Number 2, will I go to Parris Island or San Diego for recruit training? That is definitely something you're going to want to ask too, because, it really depends on your location too. Obviously, if you're in California, obviously you're going to go to San Diego. So, that's kind of like a no-brainer question. But at the same time, something you want to ask too, because, if you live in South Carolina, clearly you're going to go to Parris Island. You feel me? You're not going to send you to San Diego. You live in South Carolina. Parris Island's right there, But yeah, number 3, what happens after Marine boot camp? I literally have a video talking specifically about that. So you shouldn't even have to ask your recruiter. But you should ask him too as well, because you want to get as much information as possible from other people, not just me, myself, because obviously, get as much information as you can. So ask your recruiter that. What happens after Marine boot camp? Number 4, what is the average dropout rate for recruits? Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. And that definitely is a good question though. Okay. The average dropout rate for recruits. Personally, for me and my first platoon, we had about almost 100 people in my platoon. Out of that 100 people, I'm pretty sure, we had a lot of freaking people coming into our platoon that were dropouts. They got dropped from their previous platoon and they came into our platoon. So we had a lot of them guys coming in, But at the same time, from our original platoon, we had probably a total of, we had about a bunch. Out of 100, from 100, we had about, I'm trying to think of about, had to been like 10 to 15, out of 100. 10 to 15, because we had a lot of recruits, a bunch of recruits from swim week. We had about had it been 3, 4, maybe 2 to 4 recruits get dropped from swim week. Bunch of Marine. We got 6, 7 get dropped from table 2. So the dropout rate, you judge that. You judge how you feel about that. 10 to 12 recruits out of 100 from 90 something days of training. You make that judgment yourself. But question number 5. What are the best jobs for me in the Marines? That is definitely something you gotta ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask a recruiter that. You can tell them, you can ask them what, what do you do in the specific job that you want, that you feel is best. You can ask them a little bit of details about that. But asking what job is best for you, that's something you gotta ask yourself. Because that recruiter is not you. How is somebody else gonna know what's best for you? He's not you. You are you. You gotta find what's best for you. And only you are gonna know that. So, I don't think that's the best question to ask a recruiter. That's something you gotta ask yourself. Number 6, does my MOS have a bonus? That's a good question too. Good question to ask. But kind of doubt it. But hey, I doubt you're gonna get a bonus. You're gonna get regular pay like everybody else. But like I said, if you do them jobs that require extra, those special duty assignments, or those B billets. If you know what I'm talking about, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Special duty assignments in the Marine Corps, B billets in the Marine Corps. Obviously, those type of jobs, you will definitely get a bonus. You'll get paid extra for it. And the last question we have here on this list, y'all. What are the benefits after my time as a Marine is up? That is definitely a very great question. That's a great question you should ask. Very great question. Of course, you're going to want your benefits when you get out. You're going to want to use them. And if you go active duty, trust and believe. You're gonna have a whole bunch. You have a whole bunch. Schooling, dental, healthcare, and like depending if you how long you stay. Let's say you do your full 20 years, buddy. Hey, get that pension, man. You feel me? Hey, you get that. Hey, benefits gonna be crazy, y'all. So, like I said, you're gonna open so many doors, so many opportunities, man. I'm telling you, hey, the benefits are crazy. You go in the military. I'm telling you, even the Marine Corps, the benefits are crazy. You do your time, yeah. Anyways, y'all, hope y'all found that video helpful. Hope you like that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. Stay humble, stay motivated, stay positive, stay inspired, stay healthy. And yeah, it's your boy Jay 3 Times. I'm checking out. Peace.